This dog, I don't know what she's doing.
What's she doing? Why don't you close the door?
Because you always complain about how hot it gets, and Amanda's not here.
It's already 18.4 degrees. It went up from 17. What's going on, pal?
I give you everything. You ask for, I give you inches, you take miles. I give you miles, you take Panama Canals.
Ryan, do you understand that I am literally one moment away from a psychotic episode? I might start dropping people in my keeper league just to feel something.
We get a lot of shots. Everybody come to the net. We just have to get more and more pucks to the net.
I'm about to listen to Pucks on Net.
We used to talk about in Vancouver getting pucks on net.
Pucks on net.
What were you saying about putting pucks on net?
This is JT Miller with the Vancouver Canucks, and you're listening to Pucks on Net.
Pucks on net and driving and making it a hard night on them.
Live on tape from my apartment above the grounds of the old haunted Burger King. This is Pucks on Net, a Vancouver hockey podcast riddled with rampant speculation without sources.
Not one single good one. All made up, all fan fiction, all the time. Hell, we might as well start a forum on Alta Vista or whatever. What was the website thing? Like you could make websites back in the day?
GeoCities?
GeoCities. We're going to make a forum on GeoCities.
We want you to come to our website, pucksonnet.geocities.com/forum.html.
Yeah.
Make sure you put HTML in there or it won't work. My name is Ryan Schapp. I am going to be your host of the evening, coming to you from the left side of the couch. 2 quick reminders for you. If you want to support the show monetarily, and if you want to watch and listen to Arash and I watch Don Cherry's Rock'em Sock'em Hockey
it was
from
pretty great.
2002, the strangest techno-heavy fever dream that I may have ever seen, you can pledge $5 American to go to at patreon.com/pucksonnet. It is Rock'em Sock'em April. I am decreeing it.
Now, how many people are we going to have on for guests, Ryan? Because God, I got Easter. My family takes Easter seriously. I don't know if you know.
Nothing says Easter like a love of combat sports. So our dear friend of the show, Josh Custodio, host of Wrestling Brain, we sat down and watched the first one, which, based on my research, was the most violent. It's not very violent. I don't know what the hell these tapes are.
I mean, to be fair, when we watched the one that we watched, we were both deeply concerned when there were like hits and fights, and we're like, "Oh God!" Knowing what we know now, oh no!
Oh.
Back in the day, we'd be like, "Yeah, that's good eating," and now we're like, "Oh no!" The Canadian health system is going to crash when they figure out that hitting yourself in the head is bad for you.
I wouldn't even say he got his bell rung there. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
So we are not romanticizing old grapes. We're watching these through our 2023 lenses and having some fun.
Yo, that's Ice Cube. That's Ice Cube's son.
Rock'em. No, it's not.
That was Ice Cube's son.
I can't. I am so. Why are we watching wrestling?
Because we're going to watch the Vancouver Canucks.
Patreon.com/pucksonnet. You can also watch video podcasts there. I don't go to bed until it's posted.
That's true.
And YouTube.com/pucksonnet. If you don't want to support the show monetarily, you go there. You watch podcasts on Wednesday morning. Greatly appreciate it if you do both
Love
of those.
it. Thank you.
Mr. Mamarzadeh.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Barely hanging on. How about you?
I've had a very busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure. Very eventful. A lot of happy stuff, but you know, to get to happiness takes a lot of work.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So I am, it's going to be a light one, folks. It's going to be a loose show.
It's going to be a loose show because, listen.
Nothing's happening.
The Canucks are out of playoff contention. Hell, I didn't even realize there was a game against Los Angeles. And then we should have bet for Brock Besser to score the goal against LA. He was like 13 for 14.
He does like playing the Kings.
He loves playing the Kings, but
Kings and Penguins.
Kings and Penguins. We did not bet on Brock Besser to score a goal, so that was money lost on us.
Have you got an update on the pronunciation?
No.
Did you ask Batch?
No.
You should.
Okay.
Because I don't want to sound like an uncouth hillbilly mispronouncing the name of the hot young defenseman on the Vancouver Canucks. So calm, so cool, collected.
Yeah,
that he is turning heads by not caring that much about playing in a National Hockey League game.
Yeah, but he's also getting a little paycheck.
He's getting
him a little summer money.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I loved that.
What? He's getting him a little
until we get confirmation. Akito Hirose. We're gonna say Hirose until we get told it's Hirose.
I mean, there was a Detroit Red Wings player that I believe also shared the last name Hirose, and I would just, it could be Hirose.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know. We'll figure it. We'll find out out of respect, because this show, if it is anything, is respect.
Yeah. We respect on this show.
We don't respect ourselves. Look at us. Look at us on this camera. I'm wearing the same pants that I've been wearing for 5 days because I won't go buy new pants.
You are in your flop era.
I am
in terms of not what you're achieving, but the attire.
Okay,
it's a flop attire.
Okay, before we get into hockey, I'm just going to explain myself. There just comes a time when you're just seriously an autopilot.
Akito Hirose.
Hirose.
We got confirmation.
We got Akito Hirose?
Yep.
Yay, we did it. Ryan, let's jump into it, Ryan. This has been a week of hockey. Congratulations to people in our pool for either winning or losing.
Congratulations on losing.
Congratulations on losing. Congratulations for me for shoving it right down Ryan's throat when he went on our Discord, Patreon Pucks on Net. Get access.
That's how you get access to it.
Ryan, in a lapse of judgment, I believe, decided to call me out late in January, December.
I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, he was. Called me out.
I needed to light a fire under you.
He called me
You know
out.
who I was? I'm Rick Tocchet. Sorry, I am not Rick Tocchet. I'm Rick Bonus.
You're Rick Bonus?
You think my star Arash Mamarzadeh giving everything he's got in the tank? I don't think so.
I made a whopper of a deal for JT Miller and Philip Gustafson, and baby, did we ever storm back to get a room at the Holiday Inn. Ryan was sleeping in a van, and I got a room with air conditioning and HBO. I'm watching The Wire, and Ryan's sneaking in through the entrance, trying to steal some cereal, and there I am being like, excuse me.
Garçon.
Sir, I don't believe he is a patron of this establishment.
Continental breakfast is for patrons only, is that correct?
I'm there just eating a whole plate of eggs because I'm pescatarian and can of bacon.
I will say you are the lone Pucks on Net co-host that made the playoffs, but that room at the Holiday Inn, it did share a wall with the chambermaids, with the service staff, their little room. So you're waking up early because of the banging and the clashing and the
a room's a room.
Hey.
When in life, sometimes you just need a roof, and I got the roof. You're in the car. You can't get comfortable. The rain's click, click, clanging, click, click, clanging. You can't turn on the radio, and you can't plug in your stuff because it'll drain the battery.
Yeah, that's right.
And here I am just living the life of luxury.
I got some of those hobo hand warmers.
5th place, baby.
You got 5th place?
I got 5th.
Hey, that's
not bad. That's better than
I'm sorry,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Unfortunately, there is no prize of the money that you are currently entitled to, being the Patreon money that we give back to listeners.
Oh, shucks. Well, it's okay.
Akito Hirose. I absolutely loved. I was watching Donnie and Dolly this morning, and they're like, I love the argument. They're like, and I think that this became a bit of a talking point because when you have a wide-eyed and bushy-tailed rookie coming into the NHL,
yeah.
You know, it's like that scene in Bull Durham. They hit white balls in batting practice, and the arenas are like, and the stadiums are like cathedrals. And he's just like, it's a pretty good game, it's like just, there's a step on the journey, and it's like some of the bigger games I played, and
it's just it was a nice little treat.
Yeah,
nothing out of the ordinary, it was a little treat.
And I was watching some of the highlights last night, and the clips, and I don't want to make the very early comparison, but
he's
cool.
You say Chris Tanev.
Cool hand Luke, NCAA. Come on.
Ryan, come on. Let's just relax.
One game against the Kings. What else do we need to see?
Man, let's lock him up, man. 8-year deal, man. 8 times 8. Let's pitch him. See if he'll hit, man. Yeah, I mean, great. That's fantastic. We got a young player who's played an NHL game.
Yeah, and Aiden McDonough got his first NHL goal.
He did. That was great. Jack, hey, shout out to Aiden McDonough. Jack Rathbone being on the ice with him.
Childhood pals.
Childhood pals. We got to love childhood pals. Some say that Ryan and I, childhood pals, separated early.
By the Burrard Inlet.
Burrard Inlet. I was going to say something else that would have gotten me in trouble, but I didn't say it. Subscribe to Patreon and hear me say it.
God damn, that's a tease, brother.
Dang, he's shooting now. He drank one sip of water, and Arash is just a shoot hand. Yeah, it just is what it is. Yeah, geez, man.
How much? Let me ask you a real question.
Yeah.
Like, we are in the dog days.
Are we? Yeah, this is the weird thing where it's like normally we'd be looking at like playoff races, and the one playoff race I guess we're looking at is Winnipeg and Calgary, and Calgary be damned. They're like we're gonna keep giving up really early goals, and Jacob Markstrom's like, please let me sleep just one night. Let me have one night.
We have a backup goalie. I don't think so.
Well, no, I don't think so. Hey. Should I do a Babs thing for Jacob Markstrom?
Well, I thought it was
Hey,
Daryl.
Just want to let you know. I talked to the Swedish Federation. They said you're all height. That's all you are. You're 6'6". How are you gonna take that? I didn't say it. It was other Swedish people that liked you.
You got to channel that constructively.
Certain Swedish people, noted Swedish people, like Peter Forsberg and the guy who invented IKEA. And I don't know. I wish I knew more about Sweden so I could pick up actually like laureate people.
Or just like Nick Lidstrom.
No, Lidstrom would never say anything.
No,
like
but
that.
like if you're thinking about like the regal, like the key Swedish players that somebody like, wait, Peter Forsberg was saying that about me?
Zetterberg. Okay, can I get if I say a word, can you beep it? No, it's fine. I won't say it. I'll just say a different word. Hey, I talked to me and Henrik Zetterberg. We had a road pop together. We went to a Chili's. And we were talking about you, Jacob Markstrom. You know what Henrik Zetterberg said? He'd rather have Manning legacy than you. How you gonna take that? Noted Detroit Red Wings goaltender and one former Vancouver Canucks tryout.
Yep.
He tried out for the Vancouver Canucks Manning legacy.
Well, he was also I believe a waiver claim of some capacity.
I'm sure he was.
And then so he's been a Canuck twice.
You know what's funny? Do you remember in 2011 when I believe we traded Darcy Hordichuk for Andrew Peters, and then Andrew Peters like came to the Canucks and was like, you know, you guys are going to send me down. Can you just like terminate my contract?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sure. You're Andrew Peters. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, shout out to Andrew Peters. Listen, anyone that's ever been in the show.
Yeah.
You're more than me.
Well, I mean, remember the players that were competing for that Andrew Peters spot.
What?
Owen Nolan, Brendan Morrison,
yeah.
Peter Schaefer.
Let's see.
Victor Oreskovich.
Oh, Victor Oreskovich, the franchise, the icon, the man who didn't have any points in the playoffs. And dang, he hit.
How much Canucks hockey have you watched this week?
I watched the Calgary game, which was frustrating because that Elias Pettersson high stick call was just so bad. Just so awful.
Just egregious as hell.
And I understand.
You'd think Michael Bunting did it.
Oh, my God. You think, this is worse than the Kennedy assassination. You'd think that the refs would have understood that. They're like, okay, we missed that. So the moment they kill this penalty, we're calling a penalty on Calgary. No. Then Kyle Burrows goes and delay a game penalty, obviously, because that's like, what are you doing, guy?
Well, they know they only have a 6.5% chance right now, and they're teetering on the brink of not having a lottery pick. So they
Jim Benning and Scott Steiner doing draft math. Hey, Jim, give me a mic. Okay, yeah, here's a mic. No, you got 66%. You got 6.5% chance to get Connor Bedard. But what you don't understand is you got 5 games in hand. And if they lose it, you get up to 8.5%, which makes my percent when you go down 10 and 14%. So I got 14% chance of picking Connor Bedard. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
14% chance. That's like finishing second or third.
Man, that's like having the world be yours. How about you? Have you watched a lot of Vancouver Canucks hockey this week?
No, it's been a very busy week, and it's something I've and it is what it is. We're these games don't mean nothing. That's a bad double negative.
Yeah.
These Canucks games do not mean anything. And
outside of like a 1 to 2% difference in draft lottery odds.
yeah, you're looking at Elias Pettersson getting on the climb to 100 century mark.
Yeah. He didn't have a point in the LA game, so that was a little bit.
I can't believe he had a 14-game point streak. And he's at 96 points right now?
Yeah, I think 96. Yeah.
So
he has, how many games? They have 6 games left, so he has to get 4 points in 16.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Well, we got Arizona coming up. I believe another game against Chicago.
Chicago, Arizona, Anaheim, Calgary, LA.
Okay, come on. He's got to get there.
Hey, come on.
Come on. Can you imagine if he gets the 9? Okay, here's a hot take for you.
Uh-oh.
Elias Pettersson gets the 99 points, stays on 99 points. There's going to be some Joe Schmo on Twitter coming out and being like, well, him and JT Miller got 99 points, so why are we talking about trading JT Miller? We should trade Elias Pettersson because he's going to be $10 million.
Well, we won't even see the tweet because Twitter's broken.
Twitter's so broke. I started seeing tweets from people, and then it didn't show who was retweeting
Yeah, and I'm
them.
like, I don't follow these guys.
I'm like, I don't follow these people. Like, Keith Olbermann, like, what's going on here? I don't understand.
Yeah, Keith Olbermann heel turn this week.
Oh, what a whiff on that, eh? That's a you didn't read the article tweet.
No.
It's like, dude, you can't just
Look at who's supporting this.
Yeah, look who's supporting this, and you got a bunch of people in aviators being like, "Yeah, man, it's classless." Can I give it a little thing? The word classless, when used to describe actions of people of color,
Or women.
Man, I love the way that people find new ways to say slurs without saying the slur.
First thing
Get out of town.
First thing I thought of was Brad Marchand kissing the fake the pretend Stanley Cup in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, "Oh, that rascal."
Yeah, and we were like, "Oh God,
he got us.
He got us." No, he's right, but shoot.
Yeah.
Damn you, Tanner Glass. Damn you, Tanner Glass. God, what is it with the Canucks and having players that whiff on pucks in very, very, very opportune moments?
They are all Canucks.
If only we had Andrew Peters instead of Tanner Glass in front of the net in Game 7.
Speaking of Brad Marchand, he did say that he loves regarding Jordan Peterson. He makes me look like a good guy.
Jordan Peterson? You know, these people, these intellectuals that want to cancel me and want to take a slight at Jordan Binnington. No, I can't do it. I can't. You have to do a Kermit voice, and I can't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The city of Vancouver regulated how many paper towels that you could use when you were here.
Yeah.
On Jordan Binnington, he makes me look like a good guy, so I love it.
Yep.
I agree with that. I'm quite miffed at the Michael Bunting controversy right now.
Go ahead.
He's not again. He's shown his true color, or he's shown his ass a few times this year.
Yep.
He's a wannabe tough guy. He's a bit of a hothead. Fine. The fact that the national media, and we're talking Sportsnet, Hockey News, Athletic, are now doing deep dives and creating formulas in behind to figure out how many penalties Michael Bunting is drawing versus how many is being called on him.
Mm-hmm.
And there is somehow this egregious controversy that the referees are putting the whistles away for this little wiener kid.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday in the game in Detroit, apparently the biggest non-call controversy in NHL history. It's not Wayne Gretzky high-sticking Doug Gilmour. It's Michael Bunting getting a misconduct in a heated moment. I don't think it warrants such insight and digging and sleuthing to create this narrative.
Here's the deal: as soon as Matt Martin stops pushing the net off with his skate, then we'll start giving Michael Bunting minor penalty calls.
I'd love that.
How about that?
Well, that is his signature move.
Okay, let's just, I don't know, let's go down the rabbit hole here, Ryan. It's Game 6 against Toronto. Against Tampa. It's a Toronto-Tampa.
Matt Murray's back.
Matt Murray's back. Michael Bunting is tripped up by Tanner Jeannot, no call, and then Jurassic Park just loses it. Well, the league's against us. They don't want us to win because they don't want. Some people don't want the cap to go up because we make a lot of money. Them teachers. And then Doug Ford was like, if the Maple Leafs win, I'm gonna make Buck a beer 50-cent beer, and they're like, all the moms were like, no way. No way, Jose.
Not on this. Not on our watch.
Not on our watch.
There was that egregious, in their minds, interference call that was not called last year in the playoffs against Tampa Bay.
I'm trying to remember that interference. Yeah,
it was a good pick.
No, the pick. Yeah, I remember. And then wait, wasn't it? It was interference. No, it was It was called. It was Wait.
No, it wasn't called.
Oh, was it the Toronto goal? It was like Toronto scored and then they waved it off because of like a minor interference or something. Was that it?
I think it was John Tavares.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
What a
Queen.
throwback.
Yes. I remember agony very well for Toronto-based sports teams.
Speaking of agony for the Leafs.
Remember LeBronto? Remember when LeBron was destroying the Raptors?
No.
Pre-2019, you don't remember? So LeBron, very quickly, LeBron for a stretch of runs would like get into the East semifinal or whatever against the Raptors when it was like Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, and like LeBron would just be like, I'm Drake now. Like he would just go and score like 50 and be like, I'm not even sweating.
Yeah. You guys had a nice time up here in Canada this year, but this ends now.
Yeah, Masai just came out. Well, Masai went and then traded for Kawhi Leonard.
For a fun guy.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun guy.
Can I tell you an anecdote that happened today?
Sure. You went to Costco, didn't you? Is it a Costco-based?
It is a Costco-based anecdote. So if the listeners out there want to know a couple things about me, there's two things I love. It's eating ice cream really fast and playing Tetris.
Oh yeah, Tetris is great. The Tetris thing is great. It's wonderful.
So I went to Costco. I went to the downtown one.
You went to the downtown one.
After I was unable to park at the Burnaby one.
Interesting.
And I just drove downtown.
Was it really busy?
It was the worst I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
Noon on a Monday.
Noon on a Monday? Oh, thank God I didn't go to Costco.
So I go downtown and I'm like, I'm going to get me a swirl cone to crush while I go buy my dehydrated mangoes and mouthwash and crap. I get a swirl. Nobody's getting a vanilla cone. No shade against people getting vanilla cones, but you don't get one.
It's 8 degrees outside. It's pretty chilly.
Yeah, so I get my I'm waiting patiently. I'm waiting patiently. I had that guy that was complaining that his order wasn't ready yet, and then he gave me can you believe this? And I no-sold it.
Can you believe this? No.
It's Costco. There's 2 people working back there. But that's a classic. Sorry to interrupt.
Anytime anyone unreasonably at either like my shop or whatever does I ordered pizza 7 minutes ago, it's not here, and there's 900 people here. Where's my pizza? I'm just like, here's your money back. Get the fudge out of my
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No, you just do it, and you're just like, hey, man, like, I'm rejecting you as a customer. I do the thing where I reject them, and they're like, well, I'm not coming back. I'm like, no problem. Next, like, the person right behind, I'm like, hey, guys, how's it going? You're not going to be a dipstick.
My old Iranian father's back there, up to his elbows in pizza, so it might be 10 minutes.
Oh, God help me if you can't get your pizza for, your son who doesn't love you.
I mean, you're reading in a lot into these.
Just trust me, man. Let me read. That's the only thing I got left.
So I go and get I'm waiting patiently.
Patiently.
I can't say patiently.
Passionately. You're waiting passionately.
I'm waiting passionately for my swirl cone.
Yeah.
The lovely person working there, it was busy.
Yeah.
They hand me a vanilla cone.
Did you drop the vanilla cone?
No, and I said, oh, excuse me, I ordered a swirl cone. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, could I get a swirl cone? And she's like, yeah, okay, 1 second. This poor woman goes back to the ice cream machine, and I shit you not. She goes to the middle lever to do the swirl cone, and the goddamn thing explodes.
Oh, my.
And it was like, and it went like all over her.
Did you apologize?
She turned to me, and I'm like, oh, my God, I will take this cone. I am so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
this is
dude.
perfectly fine. I housed it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it better
But
have been
this
pretty good.
thing exploded.
Dude. Yeah, for the one guy getting a swirl cone at like 1 p.m. on a Monday at the very beginning of April when it's
I don't judge you.
I know. I'm
Don't
not
judge
judging.
me.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm in such a weird judgy mood lately. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm just so tired of the world.
Oh,
You
the
know,
world's fine. It's not going anywhere.
I'm as tired of the world as the WWE universe is tired of Roman Reigns.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. On that little note, I think we should take a breather. We'll take a break, do some plugs, come back for Sauce It or Toss It.
Acknowledge me, Pucks on Net.
Who watches New York? What do you do with your time?
Who watches New York, says the man who hosted a show at it was a very good host.
I got paid.
And Ryan did a fantastic job. He made signs, and he was gorgeous up there on the stage, and he was wonderful, and he did night. I was there for night one. Ryan, you did a wonderful job. You killed it, and it's a shame I wasn't there for night two because I heard it was bopping, it was popping. It was basically the reincarnation of Muggs and Jugs. It was amazing.
You're not wrong. We're going to go take a break, and then you're up.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Just a couple of reminders right now. We are doing Rock'em Sock'em April all month long on Patreon over at patreon.com/pucksonnet. So if you want to watch and listen to us watch some of the original, very strange, very techno-heavy Don Cherry Christmas time compilations that everybody got as a lazy gift, you can watch them through 2023 lenses with us. You can do that at patreon.com/pucksonnet. $5 American, $7.50 Canadian will get you access to that, as well as video podcasts like you're watching right now. You'll get that immediately. I don't go to bed on Mondays until it's posted. You also get access to the Pucksnet Discord, and 5 minutes are paying and bonus content, and it's a pretty good operation. But we got a very best special event happening all April long. Isn't that right, Stevie? If you don't want to support the show monetarily, you don't want to watch us make fun of Don Cherry, I totally understand that. You can go to youtube.com/pucksonnet. You can watch video podcasts on Wednesday morning. You can watch clips. You can watch Sauce It or Toss It and other segments for free over at youtube.com/pucksonnet. So just go hit that follow button, that subscribe button, smash the bell, all that crap. You can also follow us on all our social media channels. We're talking Instagram. We're talking TikTok. You can watch Reels and whatnot there. You can follow us on Twitter at PucksNetCA or PucksNetCA. And you can rate review us on Apple Podcasts. We are still clamoring and begging for those 5-star ratings and those positive reviews. And you can also give us a 5-star rating on Spotify Podcasts. And you can also share the podcast each week in your Instagram stories on Spotify Podcasts. So we greatly appreciate that. Just help spread the word. Tell a friend. If you see our business card above a stall in the men's room at Rogers Arena, take a photo of it like an individual did this week. And just enjoy the show, because we're having a good one this week, I think. I'm recording this before Arash gets here. So yeah, Rock'em Sock'em April. Don't worry, we are not romanticizing the confused old man or hockey violence, but it's a fun little series we got going on. Stevie's loving it. All right, back to the show. There you go.
It's time for Sauce It or Toss It.
Thank you for doing Sauce It and Toss It again, Ryan. I appreciate you. Again, Ryan Schaap Appreciation Day. I appreciate Ryan Schaap because Ryan does so much work on this podcast. You
Nathan
do
McKinnon.
everything. Nathan McKinnon does so much. He doesn't believe in.
You're Alex Cogliano.
No, I'm Evan Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Or
but
Rodriguez.
I'm here too.
I'm here too, and some people said I had attitude issues.
No, it's been an exhausting title.
1 week since. Sorry.
It's been 1 week since we sauced our toss. Time to divvy it up and hand it to Arash. One thing I can ask at him: what do you think about the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Sauce it or toss it. Sauce it or toss it. Sauce it or toss it.
What? Sauce or toss it, it doesn't matter who plays the net for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Hey, project to the back of the room.
It doesn't matter who plays in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs Teachers Association.
They don't own the team anymore. Now conglomerate of telecommunications companies do. Matt Murray went down with injury.
Yeah. So it's Ilya Samsonov and
Wool.
Joseph Wool?
Yeah, he's back.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna sauce it just because of the fact that, like, listen, you're playing Tampa again. Just win. Just win. Just get over the hump. Mikhail Sergachev,
want him to win.
Mikhail Sergachev he's injured. Tanner Jeannot actually isn't doing very well there. All right, just win. Just get it done.
For the sake of the salary cap, for the sake of Sportsnet.
Austin is gonna leave he's gonna leave. He's not gonna be there very much longer. He's going to Arizona with Connor Bedard. There's two shooters, and then Clayton Keller's gonna be like, I got people to pass to now. Thank God.
That's going to be an amazing top line.
It'll be an amazing top line, baby.
I'm also saucing it, but I'm also saucing your 1A. Just win.
Just win. Don't blame the refs. Don't blame goaltending. Just win. Unless you get Patrick Lalime goaltending, then okay.
And then it's really funny.
And then it's really funny.
But
you can. The thing is, if it's Patrick Lalime goaltending, then we can all laugh together. But if you get decent, like let's say 9-15 goaltending, which I think is 9-15.
If Matt Murray loses 1-0 in double overtime in Game 7, it's like, come on, just win.
Just get it done.
For the love of God.
For the love of this malarkey. Come on. You know what's... To quote Frank Sabatka from The Wire, you know what's the problem? We used to make shit in this country.
God damn it.
God damn it. We used to make shit in this country, guys. Frank Sabatka. Great character.
I'm clipping that.
I'm clipping it.
Rash, sauce it or toss it. Tank culture has never been more present in the NHL than this season. Now I say
okay.
I want before he said,
right.
I'm looking at all the Montreal Canadiens. 9 guys are on season-ending injured situations.
Yeah.
You got Arizona, you got Chicago, you got San Jose, you got Columbus.
Yeah,
and it's reminding me of Major League Baseball, and it's kind of reminding me of the NBA from a very, very distant outlier perspective that I could be horribly wrong on.
Yeah.
But I've never you think back to Buffalo versus Edmonton in the Tankaroonie.
Yes, the Eichel McDavid.
This feels bigger and grander in scope. Sauce it or toss it.
I'm gonna toss it just because. No, just wait. No. The docs. I'm only gonna toss it because, listen, I feel there's an understanding that if, let's say, the Montreal Canadiens, if you have players that are injured, for example, Roman Yossi's injured for the Nashville Preds.
Yeah.
Right? At some point, you're just going to be like, listen, there's 5 games left. Just go and get rehab now and just figure it out and get it done. I can't tell a team like Buffalo where during the McDavid lottery, they're like, anyone makes a save, you're out of here.
And they did that all.
They did that so blatantly.
Yeah.
Buffalo, it's crazy. So Chicago sold off, and Chicago's like, listen, Jason Dickinson's our best player. We can't. What are we? It's not like we're. It's not like we're getting Alexander Karpovtsev to be like, come play defense for us again. Where's Alexei Zhamnov? Let's get him down here.
Okay.
Eric Daze. I hope his back is doing better, but Eric Daze come back.
I see it. I got you.
I'm just gonna toss it.
JT Miller's self-awareness, sauce or toss?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna sauce it pretty hard. Because I think he for a man who's I don't listen to any media and whatever, he's very much apparently I'm the worst human being in the entire universe.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm apparently I'm an asshole. I guess everyone was surprised that I appeared in the Pride Night video.
I loved it because no one expected him to. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like whatever. Though I do. Yeah, I just love the fact that he came out and he's like, yeah, do I have some slight differing political views? Maybe. But I'm not, he's just I'm not a monster.
Well,
know?
apparently I got a beef with Bo. Apparently I'm an asshole.
Apparently I hate Bo Horvat, and now I just I'm not an ally, and I don't want to be here, and I actually hate the Vancouver Canucks. I punched Daniel in the face once.
But it was actually Henrik. That's how
Henrik,
disrespectful
and
I am.
felt, and I was just like, yeah. He's like, and I went up to Henrik and I said him to his face. I said, I'm a better captain than you. I'm gonna get the C. Once this boring Bo Horvat's traded, and I'm captain. Yeah.
Arash, sauce it or toss it. Cody Rhodes losing last night at WrestleMania.
Oh my God, toss to the nth degree. Just the dumbest booking. Zero. I do not believe for a second that they have a greater grand scheme idea that was better than Cody winning. Cody winning the night. Again, it should have been Sammy. Sammy winning one of the titles.
They got 2 belts.
They got 2 belts. Like that's fine. But now I'm like, okay, so Jay's story doesn't matter. Like Jay just forgot that any of what happened when Roman was like hit Sammy over the head with the chair, and Jay came and he did the thing. What happened to that?
Oh, there's some tease on the show.
No, I just what's going on here? What's happening?
We used to make stuff in this.
We used
in this
to
wrestling
make stuff
company.
in this wrestling company. We used to have storylines in this wrestling.
Yeah, and they used to go from week to week to week.
To week to week to week, and now it's like, well, we just have to wait for Brock to get back.
Yeah, when we give Brock enough money, he'll come back
He'll
win.
Oh yeah.
Sauce it or toss it, Arash. Costco is bad for your stress and blood pressure levels.
I'm gonna sauce this.
Thank you.
Because man, Costco used to be good in this country.
Costco used to be a society.
Costco used to be a community. Costco used to be the Danny Boyle movie, The Beach. And then what happened was everyone and any Joe Schmuck could go and get a Costco thing.
Back in the day, people thought it cost more than $60 a year.
You know what's funny? I don't mind being in Costco at certain times. The parking lots kill me. The parking lots are an inhumane death pit of just entitled little bird brains who just are the worst.
Yep.
They just don't give a... Everyone's like, I got somewhere to be. No, you don't. You bought an entire case of croissants just for yourself.
You got your cart parked at a 35-degree angle.
Oh, my God,
I'm
dude.
just plowing through them.
Just get out of town.
I'm doing the rub. Any cart that's like egregiously in the aisle today, I was rubbing up against him.
Well done.
Dude, it's the damnedest thing.
Get out of town.
Sauce it or toss it, Arash. Only one Western Canadian team will make the playoffs. This is an assumption that Nashville, with 2 games in hand over Calgary and Winnipeg, will leapfrog them and make the playoffs.
Toss.
Really?
I don't think Nashville's. I think Nashville's done. They're losing tonight as well to Dallas.
Oh,
I think they're just done. I think they had a nice little run, but
sauce.
I think Winnipeg's going. I don't think Calgary makes it.
Let's hope.
I just think that cart is gonna get right to the edge, and I don't know. I feel like Rick Bowness is gonna play Connor Hellebuyck to an nth degree, and Connor Hellebuyck is he's just gonna go and he's just gonna be like, I made it, Chief. I did it. And what game 1's in 2 days? I just played 19 straight.
Hey, can you name the backup of the Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah, David Rittich.
Big save, Dave. He could do that in Cowtown.
Of course you're not playing.
Toss it or toss it, Arash. Baseball games are too fast with the pitch clock.
Is it too fast? I'm gonna throw it to you. I think that's a question.
I asked you a question.
I don't know baseball. I don't know what a pitch clock is.
Well, in your opinion, would you want a game? Games are like 30 to 40 minutes faster now.
Great, amazing, fantastic.
The old folks.
Are they making a stink about it?
Well,
are they making a stank?
It's a different like you go to a baseball game
to get away from your wife. Or your husband.
Yeah,
depending.
The nagging kids.
The nagging kids and the guy husband who's like, hey babe, so how you doing? What are you doing? What are you up to in here? And you're just like, I just need to go to the.
I just need a minute.
I just need a minute.
So you go to these
slow pitch baseball.
You go to these games. And you basically go there to zone out and not pay attention, and the same thing happens. Oh, that's going.
Oh.
No, it's staying in.
Oh, oh, it's a there.
But people are like, man, how can I zone out and fall asleep on the couch if this game's only 2 hours and 5 minutes?
Yeah.
But I kind of like it too, so I'm tossing it. It is delightful.
All right, well done. Well, I'm happy the baseball games are a little quicker for you.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
You want to feel old?
Sure.
There was a player for the Red Wings, Marco Casper, very friendly.
Yep.
Said he grew up watching Austin Matthews play hockey and was very excited to play against him.
My God. Can I tell you a moment that I felt really old?
Absolutely.
I was sitting at the shop and I had a table of 3 guys, really nice kids, and they had 3 burgers and I was sitting there and I'm like, oh, did you guys go up the hike? And they're like, yeah. We got on talking about the Quarry Rock hike, the most overrated hike in the world. And I was like, when you're like in your 30s and you're just like, I don't know, you're just like you're over it. And they're like, well, I'm 24, and I just felt like, oh my God. I am 33, just blabbing away to a bunch of 20-year-olds who just went on a hike.
Yeah, you guys
I don't know.
You guys know how
man.
it is being tired and having the crushing realities of life.
You guys just know when it's just it's too much. No, we're 24. We're life's our oyster.
No, we party on Friday and Saturday nights every weekend.
Dude, Friday and Saturday nights are my nights to be quiet and just do nothing until your dad calls and he's like, "Hey, we need lean ground beef." And you go find. I'm like,
lean ground beef. God,
it's the way you got to make burgers, guys. Don't make it with regular. It's lean ground beef, extra lean. It's too dry. Too dry. Too dry. Don't call them pomegranate. The cornerstone of Patty's Pums is thick limes. Oh, talking about thick limes.
Yeah.
We went to the rec room. Of course. I mean, I went to join you as you hosted. Unholy large thick lime in my beer.
Yeah, our bottles of Soul had the lime so thick we were taking out they were taking out the eyes of school children seated at tables across the room.
I wanted to go to the manager and say, you know what? Have you accounted for your lime ratios of how much you're spending on limes? Because I'm pretty sure that's a month's rent you're just wasting down the toilet.
A month's rent.
No, limes are expensive.
Everything's expensive.
Everything's that can't wait. The only thing that isn't expensive is bananas. Thank you, bananas, for staying the same price through this entire pandemic.
We will sauce
Thank
bananas.
You. Sauce and bananas. Man.
Here's a shame stat. Yeah, Markstrom, first goal every opening shot on I'm leaving that one in. Jacob Markstrom has allowed a goal on the opening shot on a goal. What? Who?
Jacob Markstrom has allowed a goal on the first shot of the game he's faced 8 times this season.
That's a wild stat.
That's Jacob Markstrom. We know this.
Yeah, we've seen that.
We've seen this film before, and we didn't like the ending until he would let in the first goal and then lock it down for 59 more minutes.
And they'd lose 4-3.
We lose 4-3. I'm like, God damn it.
And the other thing was there's a video going around of Curtis Joseph on Sunday, shuffling, old man Cujo shuffling a big bag of gear into the Leafs dressing room.
Emergency backup?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Love
Cujo.
Can you put him in?
Can you put him in? Come on. Come on, Ilya. Come on.
How many?
Say that you're dehydrated. Come on.
You guys are already playing Tampa. Who gives a shit?
Dude, I would love Game 1 if they're like, Cujo's back, baby. And I'd be like, you know what? That is the way I would cheer for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Is if Curtis Joseph goes back in net, I will sit there and be like, do it for the boy.
Let's do it for Cujo.
Let's do it for Cujo, man. That's the only way I'll cheer for the Leafs.
I mean, we want him to win, as we talked about in Sauce or Toss It, but we're not necessarily cheering for him.
You're not necessarily cheering for him. Ryan, what are you looking forward to anything in the last week or two of the season here as we wrap up the season? We'll probably have a regular season retrospective as we go into the playoffs, and it gets really fun. And
retrospective?
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah, that was the 2022-2023 regular season retrospective.
I'm looking
eerily similar to last year. Man, I just can't. Okay, can the Canucks just get their shit together? Can we just show up next year and just be ready to be a hockey team?
Well, if they show up in shape and not a bunch of fatties.
Just like show up and just play hockey and be like, even 500 for, like, I'll take that. Be 500 for the first like month or two.
Oh my God, absolutely.
And then I'll be like, okay, well, it's rock steady.
Don't lose 7 games in a row, all with multi-goal blown leads.
Oh my God, remember how much money we'd make just knowing like that's a two goal lead. Oh, we were absolutely giving this up. It's the end.
It was the ticket, a license to print money.
This is the end. Yeah.
I think we should go into questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got nothing else you want to talk about in that?
Well, like in the last little bit of this, I'm excited to watch. Winnipeg's playing Calgary this week. I'm gonna hopefully have eyes on that game.
That's a great game to watch.
That's gonna be, there because of the one thing I greatly dislike about the NHL right now is the lopsided schedule from 32 teams.
Yep.
Give me the hockey we had in high school with the Northwest Division, where it's like you got to play the Colorado Avalanche 8 times because they're divisional. Like, there needs to be changes to the schedule.
Yeah.
So like, thank God, like you have one of these not divisional, but a Western Conference like big game. Really excited to see what happens in the East, just in terms of who gets in. Florida's sniffing around. It's the Islanders. It's the Penguins. In the West, I mean, that Central Division's still kind of wide open. The Pacific's wide open. You have a general idea of who's going to be in there starting on April 17th, but it's gonna be fun to watch this neck and neck race.
Yeah,
and then April 17th,
baby,
like,
let's go
out of the chute. Like it feels like, with the exception of a few teams. This year has been decided quite early on.
And it's just also really interesting now that we're seeing the types of teams that are making the playoffs.
Yes.
It's like New Jersey,
LA,
New Jersey,
Seattle,
Colorado,
Minnesota,
Tampa Bay.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? Golden Seals made a good comeback.
Cleveland Barons.
That one team in Mystery Alaska.
The New York Rangers?
No, Mystery Alaska. That's a movie we should watch on Patreon, Mystery Alaska.
I'd watch that with you.
Is there a hockey movie that we could watch? Like, there's Mystery Alaska. There's obviously Mighty Duck movies, but that's...
We watched all of those. I'd watch Mystery Alaska with you.
There's Mystery... I'm trying to think. Miracle?
I loved Miracle. We watched it. We watched that for Patreon a while back.
Miracle's great. I'm trying to think of hockey movies. What's the one Rob Lowe hockey
Youngblood.
movie? Youngblood. Dean Youngblood.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I have. It's really weird.
Yeah, I've heard it's a little like...
Swayze's in it, though.
Well, then he's a great actor.
He's doing great. Heat. Heat is a hockey movie. They wear hockey masks in it.
That's true.
It's true.
Any excuse you can get to watch Heat, you're going to take it.
Oh, yeah. I got this dream of people looking me in the eyes and being like, Connor Bedard's never coming to you. Hooah.
Sorry, just go. Just go.
I'm picking question of the week this week. And
I have a question. I know which one's the question.
Well, there's we'll get to it, but I think you might know.
All right.
It comes down to these two. Maybe I might flip-flop at the last second. Roger R. Smith, dear friend of the show, who gets named the captain of the Vancouver Canucks next year, and he cites Pettersson or Hughes.
I think it's Elias Pettersson, but it depends if they sign. I think one thing they could do is they're going to see if they can sign Elias Pettersson to that long-term deal
and
then make him captain, or they'll be like, yeah, we're going to have 4 alternates.
Oh, I hate 4 alternates.
4 alternates.
I liked the dialogue that sprung up recently. Maybe it's just because there's nothing to talk about in the city, but of the leadership role that Quinn Hughes has.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's PDC to lose.
I love Quinn, but I don't know if it's in his nature to be that guy.
Gonna agree with you on that one.
I'm not saying he's timid, but I'm just saying, like, I just think he just wants to play hockey and he just wants to focus on the hockey stuff
and take a nap.
And just like the poor kid, like, he's already playing like 40 minutes a night. Just PD at least I think just has a more of like a I think Petey's more in touch with the market, and he's also more in touch with social media and stuff like that, where that self-awareness really comes in handy. I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't trade JT Miller. JT Miller ends up being captain. I wouldn't.
Well, he's already demanded that.
All right.
I do like the idea that like they shut down Philip Hronek for the year.
Yeah.
And Quinn Hughes is just sitting there. It's okay, dog.
It's okay. Quinn Hughes will be captain.
And he's just like sitting there like 80 all bones. He's like, I gotta play more minutes now. Oh god.
Oh god, I'm so tired. There's not enough water in the world.
Man, Travis Elliott. Yeah, in the Discord.
Yeah.
He said, talk about the historical pattern of President's Trophy winning teams choking in the playoffs and what that might look like for Boston. Where are the chips in the seemingly impenetrable armor? So I did some research earlier today.
Yeah.
8 times, or 8 times, a team has won the President's Trophy and the Stanley Cup. 87 Oilers, 89 Flames, 94 Rangers, Stings, 99 Dallas Stars, 2001 Colorado Avalanche. That one kind of stings based on their first round opponent.
Yeah.
2002 Detroit Red Wings. That one kind of
stings.
stings based on their first round opponent. 2008 Detroit Red Wings. That's fine. 2013 Chicago Blackhawks. That one stings. They were mean boys. Then
Oh god.
3 teams have lost in the Stanley Cup final after winning the President's Trophy. The Bruins in the 80s, Red Wings in the 90s, and a team in 2011. I can't remember their name,
No
but it
idea.
certainly stings.
Can't recall.
And there are 7 teams have won the President's Trophy and lost in the first round.
Yep.
A lot of this happened around the late 2000s, early 2010s,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of where that curse dialogues came up. A couple famous ones were the 2000 St. Louis Blues, who were, the Pronger, Al McInnes, were going to destroy our way to the Stanley Cup final, and they got bounced in round 1. The Capitals in 2010, they were, when the Penguins kind of dipped with the Crosby injuries and the turnover, the Capitals just went straight to the top, and then out in the first round. Canucks in 2012, of course. And most recently, the 2019 Tampa Bay Lightning
Yes.
against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
They got swept.
So that's pretty damn
Schweppes.
funny.
Yep. Let's talk about it. Well, okay, so I think this is the question Travis is asking is more akin to Boston this year. Boston has no holes.
Yeah, it'll be who.
Boston is, I think, unlike any. I mean, they're what, 3 wins away from the most points in regular season history. Yeah. They have a camaraderie that is so apparent. If it's Jeremy Swayman and Linus Ullmark, and the vets taking the young guys being with the vets, the trade deadline acquisitions, Orlov and Bertuzzi, and maybe the one thing is I wonder how much they'll be able to kind of keep up with if they're matched up with a really fast team.
Yeah.
You look at Krejci, Bergeron, Marchand, Pavel Zacha, who's probably he's a great player, but maybe not the fastest in the world.
They're gonna play Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, or the Panthers in the first round.
The
Islanders could.
I think if any team matches up with Carolina, I'm taking the other team. I think Carolina's my dud. Have you seen their depth chart?
Oh, with
Pacioretty and Svechnikov?
It's a chart. It's not there's no depth on that chart.
Stefan Noeson's on the second line.
Yeah, and
it is. And Jesse Puljujärvi. Pool Party is on the second line. No points.
Oh my lord!
Dude, Seth Jarvis was on the fourth line. I was like, what? What's going on?
Again, I'm the weaknesses in the Bruins will come with injuries, and it'll come with being worn down. They've been very healthy all year.
Yeah.
So that I just look forward to following these teams because this has been set for so long, and it's on April 17th, you're out the gate. It's business. It's the fastest, most intense hockey you'll watch. The first round of the playoffs, and we finally get to see what these teams look like when both guys are going 100%.
Yep.
Because there's that tank culture in this league this year, and
it's a culture. It's in the league.
It's in the water.
It's in there.
Matt Kerr asks,
"Yep,
will the podcast transition to Abby Canucks-related content after the regular season? I feel Arash really has his finger on the pulse of the Abbotsford market.
Someone has to.
This guy doesn't know shit about Abbotsford.
Hey, I was born there.
You.
In another life. That was fun.
And also for the WWE heads out there, as he was at the Rec Room this weekend for WrestleMania, what Canuck is most likely to get into a heated scrap with his dad and lose?
Oh, Quinn Hughes. Quinn's gonna get into a scrap with what is it, Tim Hughes?
Yeah, the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, he's gonna get in a scrap and be like, "Yo, it's like Luke's not even in the show, and you just call him every post game. It's little bullshit."
Luke, Quinn Hughes is a good one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good question.
It is a very good question. It's not question of the week though.
Oh, I think okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Quinn Hughes too. I mean, the easy answer is JT Miller because he's
him and his dad probably love each other.
Yeah, but we assume
an ass makes a you.
He's listening to this podcast next week at the meeting. Yeah, you all assume that I'd lose a fight with my dad,
dude. I'd mess him up,
but I don't want to.
I'm not
gonna
because I love him. But if it came to blows, no question.
Question of the week this week goes to a newbie, Max Perdon.
Yeah, pardon me. I believe a Botchford recipient.
Really?
Yes.
Well, they tweeted us that they were at the Canucks game on Sunday, and every time we go to a game, I stick a Pucksnet business card in the ads above the men's room.
It works.
And it worked. And
what is it? Chris Fabers sent us photos about it.
Yeah.
Bick Nazar.
Yeah, Max has.
Yeah, Max has Bick, yeah.
And so they followed us back, and they sent us a great question, and this is strictly for Arash. It's the question of the week. Top 5 Carly Rae Jepsen songs.
In no order. Let's see. Run Away With Me, Emotion, Party for One, Let's Figure It Out, or Let's All Figure It Out. It's from the new album. And then Boy Problems is really good. Julian's good. Oh, man. There's another one that I'm missing. Oh, Summer of Love or whatever. Summer Love. Yeah, there we go.
I like it.
That's like 6 songs that I like.
Well, we'll just, the ones you rattled off the top clearly were your top 5.
Ryan thinks I wasn't prepared for that question.
That is the question.
That is question of the week. Maximar, well done. And also thank you for going to the bathroom, Rogers. Are you?
Yeah,
thank you.
Glad you went to the bathroom and didn't do it on the seats.
I got a question for you, Max. Why didn't you go to the shower in the 300 level? Everyone knows.
No, it's the 400
Is
level.
It the 400 level?
Yeah, it's the weird level underneath the box seats.
Oh, baby.
Look at this mopey dog.
Yeah, I'm anxious. I'm sad that the Canucks aren't making the playoffs.
What am I going to do as a dog?
What am I going to do? I'm going to miss Cheech so much. Yeah.
I think we can wrap up the podcast there.
All right. As Matty Burnett or Jared McCann scores another goal tonight.
Yeah, we're watching Kraken play Arizona, and whether it's we're watching Jared McCann score his 36th or 37th goal of the year, and then in the intermission they had a Dylan Gunther infographic.
Enough. Just let us off the mat. Let us off the mat. We're done.
We're done. We're
done. We're so tired. We're so brutally brutalized. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's happy. And I posted on Twitter, but I'll say it here. If you're having a rough patch, don't worry. This too shall pass. I've been having a rough patch. It's okay. It happens. When you're down, you don't think you'll go up, and when you're up, you never think you'll go down again. That's from the movie Blow.
I was going to say that was Chumbawamba tub thumping.
Ray Liotta said that to his son in the movie Blow. Because I love Ray Liotta, I remember his line.
And because it's WrestleMania weekend, I will say we can always remember what The Undertaker taught us. Sometimes you got to go through hell to get to heaven.
I am American Badass.
Kane, rest in peace. That'll be the end of the podcast this week. Rock'em Sock'em April. You can listen to Arash and I this week doing Rock'em Sock'em 14. Dear friend of the show, Josh Custodio, and I. We also watched some Kevin Bieksa fights because you didn't know about the Superman punch.
Oh, you didn't know about the Superman punch?
It's going to be a good one.
Who had a better Superman punch, Roman Reigns or Kevin Bieksa?
Kevin Bieksa.
Yeah, because he was on skates.
Yeah, that's right.
He was on skates. You can't use on skates.
Thank you for listening. We're going to go into 5 minutes for pain right now, and we'll catch you all down the road next week.